think people don't stop and ask for help because sometimes they feel, well, mother cared well for me when I was growing up. I shouldn't need any help. Sometimes caregivers think no one else can do it as well as they can. Sometimes there is a financial situation that doesn't allow them to get help outside the home. But if they would only realize that that's what's going to save them and take good care of their loved one by them getting outside help. I like to think of people not being caregivers so much, but rather care managers, so that they can understand that they don't have to give the care 24/7. They can bring people in the home to give care, maybe to help with bathing, or they can have someone go to adult day health where I work. There's many ways that they can get help in the home if they would just use those different options of services out in the community. And there's many ways to find those services. People can go to the Area Agency on Aging, which every city has, and in that agency are people specially trained to work with caregivers. There are people who understand all the services in the community, so they can hook people up with care that they need and help the whole family unit that way. Well, I think there comes a point when it is important to consider moving your loved one out of your home into another setting. And it may be that your health is failing. You can no longer physically lift and transfer your loved one. Maybe your loved one is incontinent, and that's just a line in the sand that you've drawn that you cannot handle. Maybe your personality does not lend to caring for this parent, or maybe there's been some history that makes it hard, and once you're in that role, you find that this is not working well. I've seen many caregivers hurt themselves physically, or they have chronic conditions themselves that make it too difficult for them to give care. I think when a caregiver realizes they're at the end of their rope and they can't give good care anymore, they can't give enough care for their loved one, and they have to move them, we often see care receivers, the family member, not want to leave home. And we all understand that. But I think it's really good for the caregiver to realize that, one, they have to do this. Maybe their doctor has said you have to. Your health is such that you're going to go down if you don't do something. And to realize that when they move their loved one to a facility, adult family home, assisted living, or nursing home, whatever, that they are still the caregiver. They still need to oversee the care and make sure it's good, make sure they can do as much to provide what their loved one would want there.